Stock Up Show for Vegas Pro Insider Daily. Today is May the 8th. We start another week. Coming off another winning weekend. I think that's 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. On that, on giving out free plays, multiple free plays when we do this. Taking our record up to 169 and 136 recently. Can't complain about that. Free picks, I can tell you that. So just keep it rolling. And speaking of keeping it rolling, I certainly have been at a variety of monitors. Coming off, some very, very good weeks, and actually was turned into months now. A couple of months that we've done extremely well. 101 and 73, in my most recent picks. So like I said, that's excellent. I think it's like $2,300 of profit for $100 better. We'll take that to the bank every single time. And that's what you'll get by becoming a VPID member. Okay. Again, as I mentioned, and I will continue to mention, becoming a VPID Inner Circle member, the value is in what you're paying for. Okay. You're going to get myself plus 5 other handicappers. Okay. Kyle Hunter, Joe D'Amico, Sean Higgs, Dennis Macklin, and Jim Mack. You're going to get all of their best bets, okay, on a daily basis. Plus, you're going to get super systems. You're going to get top trends of the day. You're going to get wise guy plays. You're going to get all of that, okay, for $99 a month. That's it. Do the math. Figure what that costs you per day, okay, and I can guarantee you, there is no better value in sports betting, period. So check that out. Go to the website, become a member, okay? Find out. The idea, again, as I said before, the idea is to make you win and for you to keep your money, okay? The less you have to spend on picks, the more when you win, the more you have left over to put in your own bankrolls, okay? That's what the idea behind this is. This is what we're trying to do, give you the best chance to win. All right, let's talk about some free picks. Today, we got 4 for you. 4 big free picks. Let's start in the NBA, where we got Utah at Houston. Does anybody think Houston's going to lose tonight? Nope, neither do I. Okay, but that's not where the betting action is for this TNT game. The action's on the total. 209.5 is where it opened up from the odds makers, and it fell to 208. Now, if you include Utah's 116 points that they scored in Game 2, even with that, in their last 5 playoff contests, they've only averaged 97.4 points per game. Not enough points. And you're not going to beat Houston very often scoring that many points. So that being the case, that's, I think, why the total has fallen. Also, Houston has not scored, and this is not a huge surprise, but they have not scored at the same level that they have during the regular season. And in their 5 playoff home games, they're at 109.2 points per game, which I think they're on the season. I want to say they're right around 112 or 13, right around it. Excuse me. 112, 113, somewhere's in there. So with that being the case, I think the under is going to be the play on this one. And Houston is 21-9 under when they have covered 3 of their last 4 games. I like it on that one. Betting public doesn't agree with me, though. 75% are on the over. Let's move ahead to talk some baseball. We got a couple left coast games today. Washington at San Diego is going to be one of them. That'll be on local TV. And I count me as not a fan of Jeremy Hellickson. I think this guy is just a run-of-the-mill pitcher, but he's on a good team. And he hasn't thrown too bad this year. Doesn't have a win or loss. Manager not giving him much length on the chain there to pick up any victories or losses thus far. But I still am flabbergasted. Washington has slipped from -140 to -120 against San Diego. Now this is a team, Washington, that has won 8 out of their last 9. They've been hitting the ball. Their pitching has been very good, and they're going up against Clayton Richard. Now Clayton Richards, he has a pretty good record. He has a pretty good ERA against Washington, and in fact, that number 3.67 is the lowest against any team that he has started at least 8 games against. So you got that. However, since when he pitched on opening day and actually did a pretty good job, his ERA since then 7.34. Brutal. Okay, now Hellickson, he hasn't had a lot of success against San Diego. His ERA is well over 6, just overall in 8 starts. However, you know what? Washington's playing so well. I'm not going to back Clayton Richards as poorly as he's pitched. So I think Washington continues to win, and I think they get the W there tonight. As I mentioned, also on the left coast, we got the Houston Astros against Oakland. Ooh, and did they pound the A's last night? You know, after losing 5 out of 6 and scoring 1 run or less in 3 of those games, the Astros offense, it woke up, and it woke up impressively, scoring 16 times last night. I think George Springer was 6 for 6. I think I caught that on the going through the interweb. Now, baseball bettors like what they think about the Astros here, taking them from minus 120 up to minus 125. Excuse me, minus 125 up to minus 145. Despite the fact that the A's are going to start Sean Manaea. Manea's been fantastic so far. As I mentioned, I think last week we talked about him. He was the pitcher of the month for April in the American League, and his ERA is 1.63. But Lance McCullers is going for the Astros. And McCullers, now his ERA is just, it's about 3.7, right around in that. But in his last 3 starts, he's at 1.80. So his curveball and his, which is one of the best, by the way, in Major League Baseball, his curveball and his fastball are very good. And I think that he's going to lock up some more hitters in this game for the Oakland A's. Now, let's also consider when the Houston Astros have scored 9 or more runs in their next game, 20-5. When the Oakland Athletics have lost by 6 or more runs in their next game, they're 10-27. Which way am I going? Yep, don't have to be a rocket science to figure that one out. I'm on Houston on that one. Finally, got some interleague baseball this week. Kind of the unofficial start of more interleague games. We've got 5 this upcoming to start the week. 5 interleague games. One of them is going to be the Los Angeles Angels at Colorado. Now, John Gray, who actually I like quite a bit as a pitcher, he hasn't pitched all that great as the ace for the Rockies. But in his last 2 starts, he has been brilliant. That's, I guess, no other way to put it. In those 13 innings, he's only given up 6 hits, 1 run, striking out 17, and walking just 2. Yet, the Angels, Andrew Heaney, who I sort of like, I thought I would like him more when I saw him pitch in preseason a couple of years ago. Came away a little less impressed. And he hasn't been, he's got an ERA over 5, but he also in his last 2 starts has been quite good. He's pitched 11 innings, only given up 2 earned runs, striking out 11 and walking just 2. So he's been tough too. So with that, the Colorado has fallen from minus 140 to minus 120. And the other caveat to that is the fact that the Halos are 13-3 on the road. So with that in mind, you know what? The Halos at plus 110, playing so well on the road, not a terrible pitching mismatch, at least on paper. I think that they're going to be the play. They're going to be my play for a free pick. Just a lean, not a strong play, but a lean on that one. So, hey, Doug Upstone, Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Consider Inner Circle membership, $99.99. Best value in sports betting today. To get that for a whole month of action, whew, solid, friends. So, Doug Upstone, as of right now, I am out.